Hey, what's going on guys? Mark back in the workshop on Mark's Aquatics. Right, on this little video we're going to be popping off back down to Rest Bay, which is just along our Welsh coastline, not far away from me, about a 20-minute drive. And we're going to go down there, we're going to get some prawns and hopefully some other little bits and bobs. It's not really a great tide for the beach at the moment, but it's a splendid day, so me and the wife are going to walk down along the beach, check out what we can find and show you guys, and then we're going to come back here, put what we do find in the tank, and I'll give you an update on what's been going on in the Welsh rock pool aquarium. Okay, so stay tuned and I'll see you down the beach. Right guys, we're in the rock pool. We've got the wife on the camera.
Hello.
So if it's rubbish, you can blame her, alright? Okay, we got the net down in the pool, so we're going to go in underneath this little ledge here to see what's lurking underneath here. Hopefully we'll get some shrimps, prawns. What have we got in there, camera woman?
I don't know.
Oh, I can see some.
Ooh, look at all those prawns.
Can you see them? Hopping about?
Woo.
Right, we'll take some of those little guys back to go in there. I think one of those actually had some eggs as well, so that's good. That's a result. So, what I'm going to do is leave them in the water for a minute. Right there. Get off the old rucksack. I left my bucket on the beach.
Oh no.
I'll be right back. Right, put some water in the bucket. Look at all those little hoppers in there.
Oh, dinner.
No, not dinner. I don't know. You can see them all whizzing around in there. What we'll do is we'll put a little bit of this seaweed in as well. Bit of that. Bit of the old gutweed. I'll have another quick stab under there to see if there's anything else. A little bit of sponge. Goes back a fair ways in there.
Ooh. Any lobsters?
No lobsters in there. Oh, we got another little prawn. I think. Yep. Hopping around, there he is. We don't want to get millions of these things, but we just get a couple. But like I said guys, sometimes the gobies do eat them, so it's a bit of natural food in there for them as well as those guys, keeping the tanks nice and clean. Lid on the bucket and onwards.
Oh.
Right guys, we've got an amazing big rock pool here, so we're going to go in and try for some shrimps. You normally get quite a lot in amongst the kelp, so check this out. I can see them all hopping as we go. This time of year is normally great for them. Yes, it's good for them.
There we go. Ooh.
Look at the size of those two. I'll just go in.
Recording again.
There you go, check that out.
Ooh, look at that.
People come down here and grab all these to eat.
Yes,
And you
please.
can see there, look at that. Some crackers in there. We'll take some of those back for the tank. Good clean-up crew. So that'll be it for the shrimps now. I think we'll just check back in here now, see if we can get any wrasse or anything like that, or maybe another species of fish, but we'll check it out. Ah, there you go, Mr. Crab enjoying the flow. Brilliant stuff. Let's see if he wants to be picked up. I'm not sure if he's alive or he's dead. Wow, look at that. Oh no, I dropped it. There you go. That's a lovely little female there, sunbathing away with a load of eggs. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit sluggish actually. Ow, 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 ow. Thank you very much. Alright, I'll put you back. See, big brave fisherman, doesn't hurt me. She's still having a go at my hands there now. Come on in, babe. Back you go. Back to the abyss with your babies. That'll teach me to pick her up, won't it? The beautiful little trickles here. They come all the way down from the beach, all the way up there. Stunning weeds growing in the pools. Lovely sea lettuce. All different types of different Irish moss and dulse, bladder rack up on the rocks there. Absolutely stunning, look at that. Beautiful nature. Another lovely rock pool, and I think the wife might be just about to have a manicure, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. I'm not sure if you can see that little shrimp there creeping towards the wife's hand. They'll pick up any signs of protein and things in the water. He's down there, he is, look.
Yeah.
Put your hand closer to him, he'll jump up on you. Here he comes. He's got you. Look at that. Magic stuff. Best little cleaners in the sea they are. Right, let's see what else we can get up to. We're really missing the tide now. The tide was gaining on us quite a lot, so we've missed the best of it, but we've enjoyed our time down here. We've got some bits to go into the tank, which is great, and I think now we're going to have a slow walk back up this large pebbly bank and head our way back to the truck and then get back home, and I'll show you what we found when we get back. Well, there's some beautiful bits of wood across the top of the beach here while I've been walking along. All different types. My wife's finding things as well. Oh, here's something of interest to you guys. If you didn't know, that is the bone of a cuttlefish. Very, very side. Oh, years and years ago, we used to feed these to budgies for the calcium. Very, very soft. That side, as you can see, very powdery. And on the back, super tough. That's the back, and that's the underside. Look at that. And that is what they get their flotation from when you're in the water, and you see them bobbing up and down and motoring backwards and forwards. Squid have got a very similar one, but it's very, very transparent and basically looks like a feather. Very, very fine. But there you go. Cuttlefish bone, guys. What have you found, love?
I think that's an edible crab claw.
Oh yeah, that certainly is. Edible crabs.
And going back to the cuttlefish.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, they used to use a cuttlefish. They used to use this part to create a mould for jewellery.
Never?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I've learned something today, guys. The wife is schooling me. I like it. I love learning stuff. But yeah, there's all kinds washed up on the beach here, all different types of fishing rubbish, and of course the dreaded plastic. Not that much on here actually. There's a few little bits of bottles and things, nowhere near as much as I thought there would be. But someone's been doing the dishes as well, look at that.
Polishing the rocks.
Right, let's fire along this beach and see what else we can find for you guys. Oh, there you go, guys. Wife's just come across some whelk eggs there. Got washed in off the tide. More of those cuttlefish bones. Little desiccated crab shells all over the place. Look at those guys there. Look. That one's very cooked in the sun. But as they shed their shells, of course, they get very light and they get washed up then right to the top of the beach. And that's a good way of finding what's on the beach, guys. If you go to the top of the high water mark, and you'll see what's been washed up shells wise, crabs, all different types of shellfish. It'll all be up here on this high water mark, and that'll give you an idea what is living on that specific beach. There you are. Here's a bit of knowledge for you. Well, we've just come across some coal. Being in Wales, we get all kinds of it. We've got a massive big foundry just up the road from us, and you can see that coal has been washed around, all over around by the tide, and it's washed right up here on the beach. Look at that. Log. Make a nice Dutch oven, that one. Lovely little bit of wood there. Look at that. Some lovely textures on there. Get that home, boil him up in a big pot, get rid of some of that rubbish, and that'll go right in your aquarium, that one. Lovely bit of wood, that. Right, the wife has been finding all these lovely bits of oyster shell. Look at that, they've all been ground down by the waves and the action of the sea into these beautiful patterns. Who thinks she should start up her own jewellery making channel? What do you say?
I'll have a bash.
I'll have a bash, she says. I'll have a bash. Go on then. So if she makes a channel, guys, leave it in the comment section below on a jewellery making channel from forage things off the beach. Do you reckon we should do it? Let me know in the comment section below. Well, okay guys, we're back in the workshop. Thoroughly enjoyed it down on the beach with the wife there. Didn't find as many things as I thought I would down there to show you today, but there's some bigger tides coming up later on, and hopefully we'll catch those and see what's been you know, hopefully find some different species as the weather warms up, the sea warms up, newer things will start to appear. Now if you look up in the weed there, especially on that sea lettuce, you can see there's an abundance of shrimps in there which we found, and I've put them all in there, slowly acclimated or acclimatized them into the tank, and they're all happy and feeding away on the algae which is blooming away in there. It's absolutely gone crazy, that sea lettuce, as is the dulse and the other little species of weed, which I will find out for you right now because I keep forgetting it. So we'll find out what that is, the Latin name for it anyway. It's called Polylys. No, I'm going to rephrase that again. It's Polysiphona lanosa. That's what that one's called. That's that lovely little red one up there, which is absolutely gone bananas all over the bladder rack. And I'll show you around the other side of the tank now. We'll set you up there and I'll show you what's been going on and how thick this stuff's been growing over the last couple of weeks since we've been doing the goldfish breeding video, and I'll show you what's been going on. Alright, there you go guys, there's another angle on the tank there. Aunt Blenny posing there. Hello my darling, how are you doing? And Mr. Goby right there, who's not in breeding colours at the moment. Now sadly, all those little gobies passed away. They didn't make it. I was trying to feed them as best as I could with the food that I had at the time, and for some reason they just didn't make it. But they'll be breeding again very shortly, and we'll take you through the process again, and I will get it this time because I've got some rotifers on the go which are smaller than the infusoria that you find anywhere else, like in freshwater and stuff. That's the micro food you need for the babies. But the rotifers, I am breeding them as we speak at the moment, and we're going to bring them on. Hopefully I'll have a nice colony of those guys going. Here comes the other goby there. That's the female actually. She's darker, she's going back the other way, and that's the male there because he's not in breeding colour, which is black normally, as you saw in the last video. So there you go. Lenny's nearly disappeared as well. Look, there he is. He's covered in baby sea lettuce and that lanosa as well, and he's off. He's cleaning his rock. You can see his clean bit there where he's just decided we're leaving it, and he's waited for a couple of days and he's going to be cleaning all round. I think he's done that bit. He's just grazing the rest of it around here by the anemone, and then he'll go back to the centre and stay still again. So we got lots now. The temperature is slowly rising up in the tank at the moment. We're on 15.1 degrees. The chiller's on at the moment. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but that's going at the moment. And the workshop temperature is 25.5 degrees on my thermometer up there. So it's holding a nice temperature. It's still nice and cold. And the other tank's going fine as well. That's just got some shrimps in there at the moment without the heater, and that's doing extremely well. Everything's happy in there. That'll be another video. Look at you showing off. Look at you showing off. She's grown as well, as this little boy has as well. He's put on some size. Every time I put my finger near the front there, you'll notice Madam there comes a little bit closer because she's after some food. Now I might as well feed them while you're all here as well. And there you go. Aunt Blenny's seen the pot of food and the tongs. Look, she knows exactly where to go. She knows exactly what's going on. So I'm going to put some in there, and she normally attacks the tongs before the food even gets under the water. So there she goes up to the top. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just pan you over that way a little bit, and I'll show you what she gets up to. Here comes the food, and she's jumping out the water for it. Look, she's literally jumping out and taking it out the tongs dry. You're a nutter. You're a nutter, Blenny, you are. Here you go. Let's have some food blowing in the wind for everybody else. There you go. Now then, some of you guys were asking me for this video. You're itching to see some more footage on here, and you can see the water's a little bit more murky as well, because we've had a little bit more of an algae bloom. I've actually raised the lights a little bit more, just trying to mimic what's going on in nature. And I'm not sure if you live around by the coast, but sometimes you'll see the sea will go milky colour, and that's just everything just spawning and reproducing in the sea, and it does get this milky little texture to it and colour to it. But it soon clears up after a couple of weeks. Everyone's hammering that food in there. They're loving it. Look, it's getting caught up in the fan. The gobies are going crazy for it. If you look down here, you can see a shed there where, oh look, he just decided to point it out as well and try and eat it. But that's just a shed of the hermit crab, and his shell is just over there at the back of the oyster, which is also covered in weed and different crustaceans as well. Are growing all over that for this time of the year. Nice big puff of oxygen there, oxygenated water coming out the filter. It does this because there's a very small hole I put in the top of the air, in the airline. The seal around the filter there is not 100%, so every now and again it does suck in a little bit of air, and it builds up in the filter, and then all of a sudden you get a big purge of it coming through, and it just recreates that surge effect. And they love it in here, they really do. Little shrimps all lurking around in the sand here, finding and picking up the little bits of food. The anemones are doing well. The dahlia anemones have decided to migrate into the back there somewhere, so I've got to find them with the tongs and feed them separately. They, like I say, you can't make things go where you want them to go. I've been very lucky where these guys have stayed here because of the flow returning there to the inlet strainer. It's surging through there, so you'll find that's where they'll creep around and find a good place. The snake lock anemones there aren't blowing as much at the moment because there's so much weed in the tank at the moment. It's cut that flow rate down, and I think there's quite a bit of it is caked up on the power head as well, so I'm going to have to take that out at some point, give that a good scrub, get all the algae and the weed that's growing on that off of it, and it'll surge. It'll make it a lot better. And obviously I'm going to be taking all this sea lettuce out as well. Now there is bladderwrack in there, but like I said, it's been covered with all the other different types of algae that are growing more prolifically than the bladderwrack, and it's literally covering it. The bladderwrack's still underneath and living, but it's been covered with another algae. So I was hoping to have found a couple of mullet down on the beach, but they're not in as yet, the small ones, and they will actually feed off of all this weed. They're omnivorous and they will eat everything. They clean up. They're an amazing clean up fish to have. I keep them in my coral room, as you've seen in my earlier videos. I had some in there before they outgrew the tank and I had to take them back. But we'll just go around now and we'll have a quick look at the snake locks, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, there's the snake locks there. That green one that's split, one of them now is the other side of the tank. Decided to wander all the way around that way. I'll just take you around that way and show you that one. That's that one right in the background there. It's decided to migrate that way and split off, and that is how they reproduce. They, like I said before, they end up going in a figure of 8, splitting down the middle and then parting their ways. Now these guys have done the same thing. Those ones have split, and that one up the top there, over the top, has split as well. So we've got more and more little colonies popping up all over the place. That sea lettuce is absolutely fantastic. Now you can see those two monster shrimps there on the surface that we found down the beach. They're doing very well. As you can see, they're looking around for the food that's gone. This one literally is coming out the water, look, through the crack there. But they're fantastic. Look at that. That's huge, that shrimp. Prawn, sorry. And all the other little ones as well. We've got the little hermit crabs down on the sand, still doing their work, cleaning away. Another big puff of air coming out the filter there, giving it that surge effect. Let's go and see what Aunt Blenny's up to. Are you full up now? I don't know. she'd probably eat a lot more. She's a pig for food, that one. She will eat like you wouldn't believe it. There's little Mr. Goby there. He's got a tummy on him. It could be a female mine. And oh, those two are still having a little go at each other. Not breeding condition at the moment, so don't worry, I'm not going to feed you. Alright then, let's see if you'll come up to the top. She normally bites me finger. Let's see if she'll come up and say hello. Ow, you monkey. Let go of my finger. She doesn't have to give your finger a nip as well. Yes, that's Daddy's finger. Don't bite the hand. Alright, you bite the hand that feeds you. I better not do that, it does pinch. Right, what else can I show you in here? I'll talk to you. There's some other shrimps. The anemones are doing well, the little beadlet anemones. And there's the oyster. She's completely camouflaged now. Look at that. And the other beadlet anemones as well, which are doing well. Mr. Goby there, just in the background with his pot. As quick as that, you see, he's gone black. Since you saw him on the sand, he's in amongst the weed and he's gone a lot darker, as you can see. Anyway guys, I hope you liked that little video there of us down the beach. Yeah, if you want the wife to start up her little jewellery channel, drop that comment in that comment section below, and we will we'll get on to her about that, because she's quite a clever girl at making stuff, you know. So we'll see how she gets on with that. Anyway, I'm going to get busy now and take all this sea lettuce from the aquarium and make it look a little bit thinner. So next time you come back, I'll do another video on this tank probably next week, and I'll be taking you through a little bit of the maintenance, and I think we might move a few rocks around as well, just to see what's been going on, open up some new space, and try and get a different flow of a different angle somewhere, and see if we can get this, see if we can spruce it up a little bit, I think. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for joining me. As always, you're all stars, love you loads, take care, and I'll see you on the next episode of Mark's Aquatics. Bye for now.